I am so elated to stand before you to commission the first batch of electric buses for Metro Mass Transit Limited to augment its operations and to usher in a new era of innovation in the delivery of public transport services. As the minister said, the move towards electric vehicles is not only aimed at Metro Mass Transit Limited, but the whole public transport sector. When I first suggested the idea of moving public transport in Ghana to electric vehicles, many thought that it was not possible. They said it was an election promise that will not be fulfilled. And unfortunately, this is the mindset of impossibility. And it was at play in this situation as it has been at play for the last 8 years that we have been in government. As a government, we are thinking transformation. We are thinking making things possible that have not been here. But a lot of people are always, expressing the mindset of impossibilities. Remember when we tried to do the Ghana card, to implement it after 8 years of failure to do so by the previous government. Many people wondered if we could do so, but we have made it possible. And other countries are now coming to learn from Ghana to issue the national ID cards in their countries. We have made it possible, and they are quiet. And in fact, from maybe sometime next week, people traveling into Ghana with their Ghana card will be met with e-gates at the Kotoka International Airport, and they will not need to go through immigration because they can use their Ghana card to enter Ghana. When we said we will bring mobile money interoperability, many people scoffed at the idea because no country in Africa had done so. But we have done so. And today, Ghana is the only country in the whole of Africa that has the complete domestic payments interoperability. The only country. When we said we were bringing drones to help deliver medicines and vaccines, they said it was not possible. They even said we were coming to take pictures of women in their bathrooms. But we have made it possible. And Ghana today is the whole world's leading medical drone delivery service in the whole world. Even when we talked about free SHS, they said it was not possible. And we made it possible. When we talked about Agenda 111, they said we couldn't do it. But we have shown that we can do it, and we are doing it. They scoffed at the idea of hostels for Kayaye. They said it was not going to be possible. We've made it possible. Rather than discouraging me, because of all the previous naysaying they had done, I was rather encouraged and determined to follow through and see to the implementation of electric vehicles for public transport in Ghana. I had no doubt in my mind that this was possible. If other countries can deploy electric buses for public transportation, why not Ghana? The transport sector, as you all know, is a major contributory factor to the growth of our economy, and most importantly, a necessary precondition for the guaranteed success of education, jobs, markets, healthcare, among others. In pursuit of this, agencies such as Metro Mass Transit Limited, Ayalolo STC, and so on have existed to implement government policy to make transport services accessible and affordable to all. These companies provide services to very remote areas of Ghana where some traditional operators would not go and charge fares about 30% lower than the market rate. Unfortunately, over the years, the growth of these companies has been heavily impacted by high operational costs, particularly the cost of diesel, revenue leakages, and the maintenance of their fleet of buses. In addressing these operational challenges, government took steps to ensure that these companies evolve to meet new challenges. Among the measures that have been introduced to improve public transport services included the following. We supplied 200 intercity buses to augment and expand the existing operations. We supplied 100 buses for the Intercity STC Coaches Limited and deployment of an electronic ticketing system, the Tap and Go system, to address revenue leakage and modernize bus services. We also enhanced the enhancement of the mandate of the National Road Safety Authority as the regulator of road safety rules, procedures, standards, and guidelines. The launch of the Transport Ghana project by the National Road Safety Authority for regulatory compliance. The Transport Ghana project is an IT-based solution for pre-departure checks, passenger manifest ticketing, vehicle tracking, and driver training. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the acquisition of these electric buses is not just about revamping the operations of Metro Mass Transit Limited and is signaling to other agencies to follow suit, but also to position them to play a leading role in the drive to net zero emission transport future and a future with low cost of transportation. When you think about it, anytime fuel prices internationally go up, then you see it translating immediately into domestic increase in fuel prices, then into increase in transportation fares according to the existing formula. I was thinking very deeply about this and how we can cushion the Ghanaian public from these external influences, that I came to the conclusion that going towards electric vehicles in public transport was the surest way to protect ourselves from the external influences of the rise in diesel and other petroleum prices that affect the cost of transportation in Ghana. The launch of the National Electric Vehicle Policy has ushered in a new era of innovation, and this policy was launched by His Excellency the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo on the sidelines of the COP28 in Dubai. We have ushered in a new era of innovation, driving gradual decarbonization of the transport sector. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today we are making history with the commissioning of these electric buses. It represents a visionary shift in how we approach public transport. Today we are making a definitive step towards revolutionizing the transport sector with sustainability and innovation at its core. Today, we are setting the stage for a future and aligning our interventions with global best practices. The use of fossil fuel powered vehicles, its impact on climate change and air pollution are no longer distant threats, but urgent realities that demand immediate action. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the economic benefits of using electric buses cannot be overemphasized. Electric buses, as we know, offer lower operating and maintenance costs compared to conventional diesel buses. The use of the electric bus will therefore translate into more efficient use of resources and cut operational costs by about 50% to the benefit of passengers. Metro Mass will be better positioned to enhance services, lower transport fares, and invest in fleet renewal and expansion efforts. Ladies and gentlemen, while the benefits are promising, the success of this project relies heavily on commitment to robust and continuous maintenance. The neglect and mishandling of buses will derail the effort that has gone into the acquisition of these buses. As a people, we should know that reckless use of public assets represents an enormous drain on national resources. I therefore want to use this opportunity to urge the board and management to take steps to ensure that these buses stand the test of time. The cost of postponed maintenance due to neglect is usually high, and we must try to prevent such occurrences. Ladies and gentlemen, the need for specialized training in maintenance and operation of electric vehicles will increase as we progress. This presents opportunities for new skill acquisition. Government will therefore partner with educational institutions, in particular TVET, to train the needed workforce for this particular infrastructure. By investing in skill development, we are ensuring that this transition is smooth and beneficial to all parties involved. I have been informed that a new strategic business unit has been set up to ensure the efficient operation of the buses. The unit will work with partners to provide maintenance and tech support, EV battery charging infrastructure, EV bus revenue management, tracking, and most importantly, driver training. Ladies and gentlemen, every bold step forward comes with its own challenges. We are aware that these challenges are prepared to address them head on. I have the assurance of the board and management of Metro Mass Transit Limited that these electric buses will be put to good use, starting this year with a pilot on 2 major routes in the national capital, Adenta to Accra and Ashaiman to Accra. So we will be piloting these 2 major routes, Adenta to Accra and Ashaiman to Accra. And after the pilot, we will expand to the rest of the region and the country. It is